So what's that? Let me see. Is the amplifier here?
It's in the trunk. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
He went through a bunch of amps when he first installed it, and he kind of effed up the wiring on the kickers, and the kickers would never turn off. You know, and the ground he installed, he drilled a hole through the bottom of my trunk and scratched the paint and then put white out over it, and it started rusting immediately. And JL actually mentioned that shitty ground and how it could cause resistance and heat and fill pull from the other thing. And you know, basically I took it to the Shoreline store, showed the guy the wiring job, you know, that, and I was like, hey, you know, is that right, where you put a smaller wire here and then split it out into two bigger wires? And he's like, oh yeah, that's okay. I was like, can I get that writing on the video? And he's just like, oh, you can leave the store right now. And so, you know, I don't know what to do. I just do YouTube videos and Twitters, and I told, you know, Cartoys about all my experience, and you're the only fair one that could actually look at that and you're like, hey, yeah, you know, that actually don't look right. Like, yeah, we should probably, yeah, they shouldn't have charged you all this shop time, 4.5 hours. You're looking at it like, what? And so I got this fixed, and he charged me 4.5 hours to do all his rework on his ground and his power. And then he said my fucking ground here wasn't big enough. And I said, well, fuck, and that means that what, the power's not big enough? Just change it all. And so he did, charged me all this extra money, and then fucking did a shoddy wiring job here too. Okay. And so should I, you know, have you guys or Shoreline fix it, or should I just take it somewhere else to a different fucking, you know, audio place and just never deal with Cartoys ever again?
Where did this come out from?
The back of the trunk, right next to my gas tank, right? Would you install those wiring job right next to my gas tank? Would you do that, right? That's like brainless. Clint up there, and he keeps telling me that's normal wear and tear on a circuit. I said, so you're telling me that's normal wear and tear? And he said, yeah. And so that's why I got on JL's ass. And you know, Arnell actually even allowed that shit. He kept giving me the revolving door. Just go talk to Clint, who's telling me that that's okay to, you know, install into a car right next to their gas tank. It's you know, and so, you know, I just kind of feel violated. Like my intelligence has been, you know, like they think I'm stupid or something for going along with installing that and having to pay $1,000 to have it fixed.
So
and redone.
An 80 amp fuse and a
right.
60 amp fuse.
And small wire going in, split out to the fucking bigger wires going out. The fray, see the fray? I mean, look at it. That's 4 gauge. He had 2 4 gauge wires going out that weren't cooked. He probably still has them in there, you know.
I'm surprised that it
didn't pop.
Yeah, it didn't
look
pop.
at the bottom. Look at it's actually corroded. It went halfway through the block. See that? It was probably got glowing red. And so either using, you know, too big of freaking here or too small of here. You know, it's you know that, and so that's what JL said. They're like, you know, I'll actually send that to JL and have them do an analyze. Because what if my car goes up in smoke when I'm driving down the freeway? Who's responsible for it? Cartoys is going to say it was them, and then they're going to say it was Cartoys, and I got a car that I'm out because some installer didn't do it right here in the first place.
So right now, so there's a 4 gauge coming in,
right,
and 2 8 gauge, right?
No, 2 4 gauge. Going to massive fat amps, and fucking this thing's loud, and this is frayed. And when I watched him install it, and he installed these perfect, not even a single fray. He made sure all of that, like he was setting me up for failure. Like that's exactly what I do if I wanted to short a circuit. You know? Yeah. It's sad. So I just wanted to stop by, say hi, let you know that shit